So now we have a decision. We're making all kinds of decisions all throughout our pruning here. So now we got a decision. Do we want to leave this all the way out? We're producing some buds and we'll produce some fruit wood, but when we do, it'll hang down quite a bit, and there's not much support for this, right?
Yeah.
So let's cut bait here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cut it right there. All that energy is going out to the tip, is going up this one, it's going up.
Okay.
And this will actually be better. The thing is, even if you got a branch that's going up and it's got a lot of apples, it's going to be pulled down anyway. So the more you go up and out, the better. And let's stub it back to make it stiffer. See?
Yeah.
Real simple. And then we got some things here, and we'll just clip them off. Here, same thing. Let's just now that one's going down a little bit, but let's just see how that goes.
Yeah.
Maybe this one will come up. We've got enough spread in here, so that'll be okay. I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this. Here, we'll cut these guys. We'll do the same thing here. Same idea. And now, let's just leave a couple of these. Let's see if we get some decent apples off here.
Okay.
See, so in other words, this one, you see how it's to southwest exposure? It's going to get a lot of sun. Let's see if the apples off these bottom spurs are as good as the apples off the top spurs.
Okay.
And this is a demonstration branch that you can actually look at later in the year and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So here, that's going nowhere. That's going nowhere. Same thing. Let's chop that off. Let's we'll stub that back. Now this one's kind of interesting. Look at this one. This is going across, but you see how there's this big gap here? Let's leave that.
Okay.
But let's change the direction. So we look and we see that there's a bud there that's going up. This one's going out in the same direction. This one's going up. Let's give that bud primary.
Okay.
Primary job to do. Okay. So you see all this stuff, same sort of thing. Now you see. Remember how I said I didn't touch that one?
Yeah.
Well, let's cut that one back. Okay.
Okay. So we're.
And then we got. Let's do this on this one. You see how this little branch is growing up amongst them? But let's cut it here and keep the spur.
Oh.
See what I did?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Same thing here. Let's stub that. We'll take some of these spurs out. Get some room. Now again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick that one. See, because that one's coming out. I'm going to cut above it. I'm going to stub back. And it always helps to
Get just right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut that. I'm going to leave that one to grow up here. And because I cut so much on this one little limb, there should be plenty of go power coming from the roots and stuff like that. See?
Okay.
So you see how when we talk about 5 liters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we want. See?
Cool.
This one's a little problematic, but you work with what you got.
Yeah.
See? But generally, this one going out, if at some point we can take this branch out here to give this one more room to come out. And you see how we're working out this way with this one, working basically straight out here. We're giving it energy, and it should get nice and bushy.
It just looks so much better.
Yeah. Now here's an interesting conundrum. This is underneath shading, and it wants to come up, and that would be good, and we kind of need it. So let's make a decision here. Let's make an executive decision to clean things up, but yet not too much. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let this one go up. I'm going to take this off here. I'm going to stub this back, leave this to go. I'm going to take this back here and leave these spurs.
Wow.
Okay? And then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to let that one go.
Okay.
The reason is that hopefully we can get something coming out. In fact, what we'll do, there's one coming out here. We'll stub it right there. We'll let this one go out too. So what I'm giving these two buds, which are going out this way, the chance to grow. Okay, and I got some spurs here and we dress that up a little bit. Okay. It's not always perfect.
Yeah. Doing our best.
Yeah. Anyway, so here we're kind of giving this this one a chance. We want to see if we can get this to fill out here.
Okay.
Because you see all this space in between this leader and this leader. We want to get these guys to come out here and bush. We want to get those guys to have some opportunity, and that'll be the last leader I prune. Okay, so and then now it's just we're going to clean things up a little bit. For instance, there I want to encourage this fruit production on these spurs, and that take off. There's a couple suckers here. Now this is kind of interesting. Let's see. We've got a choice here. This one has got a spur. That's a real good branch. And this is just a sucker that came up. So let's chop the sucker. Let's let this one go out. Let's go up here, cut it there, so we have something coming out.
Okay.
Now this is against my rule of you want it to clear everything out, but we've got room here. See, so you think about the whole tree. And then the 5 nested units, 5 nested little systems inside the big system. In that context, this one's all right. Here, let's leave it, or I mean, let's take it. Okay. I don't have the best equipment, so that's why sometimes my cuts aren't that good. Here, now we're going to leave that one for apical dominance. We're going to stub the one next to it. Okay, now we'll get out our pole pruner and finish up the job.